We just had the most epic day here in Vietnam. Let's rewind and show you from the beginning.
Oh my god! This has definitely been probably my favourite experience in Vietnam so far.
You have to do this if you're in Vietnam.
We have come to Phong Nha, a small one-street town situated just outside Phong Nha Bang National Park, which is known for its vast network of caves. Today, we're going on a full-day tour exploring two of the most popular caves to visit in the national park, in Paradise Cave and Dark Cave, and we're going to take you along with us.
We have made Paradise Cave. We got picked up from our homestay, drove about half an hour, and then we got into these little electric buggies and travelled for about 1.6 kilometres, and now we're walking up to the cave. Very unfit. But our guide, Victor, was telling us in the bus ride on the way here that in the national park there are a lot of different animals, some quite dangerous. You've got some vipers that will kill you within 30 minutes of a bite, cobras as well. Apparently a few tigers have been spotted every now and then. Massive black bears weighing over 150 kilograms, and worst of all, someone saw a massive spider in the bathroom here. So it'll be interesting to see what wildlife we find, if any, while we're here.
So Paradise Cave, I think he said it's actually 34 kilometres long. We'll put it on the screen if we're wrong. But we're only going a kilometre in and then back out, so very big cave. Actually, the biggest cave in the world is in this national park, Sun Dong Cave, but we'll talk more about that one later.
So at 31.4 kilometres long, this cave is actually the longest dry cave in all of Asia, which is pretty incredible. Now, we're not walking the full length today, we're going to go 1 kilometre in, but something that blew my mind is that this cave wasn't discovered until 2005. Like, that's not even 20 years ago. 20 years ago, we didn't know that this cave existed. I just cannot wrap my head around that. It's massive.
As Rosh said, this cave was only discovered in 2005. It actually didn't open to the public until 2010, so it's only been open, this is the 14th year it's been open, which is really not a lot at all. And I think he said there was over 400 caves in this national park, and they keep discovering more and more, which is pretty incredible. It's no wonder this is such a popular spot to come for people who love cave exploring and things like that.
Guys, I've just noticed if we're really quiet and listen, you can hear drops of water, and I think that means that some of these stalactites, I think I said that word right, stalactite, are still forming, because they form through like kind of not flowing but through water and the minerals attaching, I think, something like that, over millions of years. I think Victor said that in 10 years a stalactite or stalagmite can grow around 1 millimetre. So when you look at these ones behind me that are absolutely huge, they have obviously taken millions of years to form.
And yes, we are now exclusively a caving channel. If you've watched our last few videos, they've been very cave heavy, and so we've found our new niche. It's just everything caves. I mean, I'm kidding, but we are doing a lot of caves lately. So as we mentioned, the Sun Dong Cave is the biggest cave in the world, and that also sits in this national park. Now, to get to that, it's like a 4-night expedition. Costs I think $3,000 per person, and it's actually already completely sold out for 2024. I read that they only let 1,000 people do the expedition every year, so it's very, very exclusive. And apparently less people have seen the inside of Sun Dong Cave than they have been to the summit of Mount Everest, which is wild because that's something I look at and that's something very few people in the world do. But it's officially, I think we've added Sun Dong Cave to our bucket list because it looks pretty incredible. It has its own ecosystem inside. There are like clouds and a jungle. So that's on the bucket list. We've actually also got a code you can use with Klook, which is where we booked this tour through. Use code GOFORLAUNCH, it'll be in the description as well, and that'll get you 10% off your first booking with Klook up to $50. So you might want to use that if you're looking to do this cave tour or on any other activity you book through Klook. This is not a sponsored video or anything, but we do have that code for you to use. So some of the stalagmites have been given names.
Like this one I think is called the Vietnamese term for rabbit, and this one's named after a traditional Vietnamese house.
I'm thinking this one is Marge Simpson's hair, that would be my guess, but I'm sure it's probably got a Vietnamese name.
Now, the reason behind the name of this cave has to do with its temperature. They named it Paradise Cave because it feels like paradise no matter what the season is in the year. It's got a really like room temperature feel to it. I think Victor said it was around 20 to 22 degrees. It's perfect temperature and I totally understand. It does feel like paradise. All you're missing is a bit of sand, some beach waves. That's paradise, I think.
Cards, some lollies.
Teddy. Now we had to climb a lot of stairs to get into Paradise Cave, and then once you come into the cave you go down a lot of stairs. But the next cave that we're going to, Dark Cave, is going to be even more difficult to get into. A bit extreme. I think we're going to put our Tomb Raider shoes on by the sounds of things. I'll show you what I mean.
So getting into Dark Cave is not easy at all. You've got two options. You either zip line 400 meters into the cave above the water, or you kayak in. Now the zip lining drops you off and then you have to swim 20 meters and then wade or walk 1 kilometer to the mud bath. I'm a little bit excited, but nervous. We survived the zip line, but now we've got to get in the water because we've got to swim into the cave. It's freezing. Okay, it turns out we could have walked maybe 30 meters rather than get in this cold water. I'm considering turning around. At least I can say I swam to a cave now. It's cold. In the life jacket, it's taking me so much longer than it would take me without the life jacket. I don't have a neck. I can see the cave. We are approaching the entrance of the cave now and it is insane. What?
So this cave, unlike Paradise Cave's add lights, has no lights. So we've got our head torches and our guide has the torch and we're going to be walking 1 kilometer into the mud bath.
Great, so we've conquered heights, we've conquered the water. Now I have to conquer my fear of the dark. Yes, I'm a massive baby. Flashlights on, we're ready to go. Entering the cave now and already I can hear the sounds of bats. Batman, are you in here?
We're about to get back in the water. We have to do a bit of a river crossing at some point, which is interesting.
This is definitely one of the most adventurous things Celeste and I have ever done. We just came through that narrow passageway and now we're going down there. Guys, we found a fossil in this cave that's millions of years old.
There's a fresh fossil.
It just keeps getting cooler and cooler. Victor said that in the wet season, this cave can get full of water up to 2 meters high and sometimes all the way up to the top, so they have to close it. But it's huge, so that's a huge amount of water.
Definitely say it's my favourite thing we've done in Vietnam so far.
Add rock climbing to the list of things we've done today. And the floor's getting super muddy, so I think the mud baths are closed. That is the mud bath. Oh yeah, right into the falls. I shall sell this solution to Maybelline. Inside the mud bath, I believe the water or the liquid or the mud, if you will, is completely buoyant. So you can lie down and float. Whereas in water you can kind of sink, but here you're like always buoyant. Shall we test that buoyant theory? Oh my god! It's real! What? You gotta try it. Right? You buoyant?
That was wild. I like pushed myself to the bottom and I like rose back up to the top.
It's crazy! It's a magic bath. I'm gonna do a TikTok. Are you ready?
Hey guys, welcome to my TikTok. Today we're going to be talking about my new solution that will give you the clearest skin you'll have ever seen. So all you need to do is come to Vietnam and then zip line across a river 400 meters and then just swim a little bit and then walk through a really pitch-black cave and you'll find some mud baths and go in the costume. $8 with Luke, so sign up below.
This has definitely been probably my favourite experience in Vietnam so far. It's been so incredible and fun. We've now made it out of Dark Cave and it's time to head back to where we started. We're not going backwards on the zip line. Instead, we are in these inflatable boats paddling our way back, and I believe we then get to have a bit of a swim, and there's a bit some zip swings and stuff like that and water activities. It's been my favourite thing we've done in Vietnam so far. It's been so much fun. That Dark Cave was epic. It was so cool inside to be in a cave that's completely pitch black and get to go all the way into this mud pool that's buoyant. Incredible. And as per, Rush is doing all the paddling.
In kayaking, it fits so well into the puzzle. It's just about the only activity we haven't done today.
Yeah.
Here we are. Let's go do the obstacle course. You finish off your day with this kind of outdoor water park type thing. There's a slide, there's a zip line, there's a trampoline, and Faith just walked on water.
So much fun.
Well, that was a great jam-packed day. We are back at our homestay now. We've washed off all our mud, had some quick showers, because now we're going to take you to a place that we went for dinner last night that we really enjoyed. It was a vegan place and it was just so delicious. We want to go back. It's close to our homestay, but before we get there, as we said earlier, we booked our tour with Klook and we have an affiliate link down below. This video is not sponsored in any way, but you might get a bit of a discount if you use that link, and we get a bit of a kickback too, so thank you very much if you do use that link. But let's go get some dinner.
To finish off our time in Phong Nha, we've come to Phong Nha Vegan, which is this nice restaurant. It has some beautiful seats on the river, completely vegan. We came here last night and it was so good, so we had to come back. We've ordered 3 different dishes to share. We've got some fried spring rolls, some fried vegetable ramen, and some grilled gnocchi with soy beef wrapped in lolot leaves. We had that last night. Way outside our comfort zones, not something we'd ever order. I hate mushrooms, but every review said you had to get this, so we went for it and it was incredible. So much flavour, the sauce, and like, amazing. So we're gonna dig in.
Well, that is it for our time here in Phong Nha. We had an amazing time. I hope it showed in the video. Make sure you leave us a comment down below on which cave you think you'd be most interested in visiting. We'd love to read your comments. We always do. Drop a like on the video if you liked it. It really helps out our channel. If you're new around here, Stace and I are traveling the world for a full year. We've still got a few months to go, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, because we would love to bring you along on the journey. But with that said, we will see you in the next video. Bye!
If you want to see more, you can check out our island road trip video down there on the left. Or maybe you're feeling festive and want to watch us experience Christmas in New York. See you in the next video!